Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a general collective tarot oracle reading, and this is for the middle 10 days of July. And you, Virgo, are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Virgo, we all have a little bit of Virgo in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, what house is Virgo in? That's where this energy is most likely to show up for you. Also, this is a timely reading. So if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. All right, we're going to begin with the underlying energy, from the bottom of the deck, and that is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups, cups in tarot represent love. They can be romantic love. They could be love of something or someone. They could also be love of something you love to do or something you love to be. And this is talking about a celebration, but this is not my favorite card for celebrating. I'll explain why. These three people are not looking at each other when they're toasting. They're toasting something, an event that's happening. So they definitely are not toasting each other. And this energy, you know, in many cultures, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, they freak out on you, especially in Europe. They'll be like, look me in the eye, because they have a very deep suspicion that it causes 7 years of bad luck in your romantic love life. And not just for them, for you, but for them too. So they take it pretty seriously at times. So this is talking about, you know, if this is about love, then why would you take that risk, basically? And I find that quite often this card, you know, I'm going to give it a chance here. Maybe they're celebrating some sort of energy, and it's authentic. We'll wait and we'll see. This is the overlying energy for the entire, or the underlying energy, sorry, for the entire reading. And then we have the internal forces, and that's for this bottom part of the reading. So internal forces, you have control over. It's, you know, the question that you would be asking is, if I do this, what if that happens? Or if I don't do that, what if this happens? What if they do that if I do this? It's that IF. So it's talking about the woulda, shoulda, couldas of life. And you do have control over that. That is, you know, the external forces, you don't have so much control over. You can't control what other people say, what they do, whether they love you or they don't love you. You can't control the economy around the world. But what you can control is whether you react to it or you respond. And it's always better to respond. So the underlying energy for the internal forces is Four of Pentacles. So, I'll put it back here just to make sure you can see it properly. The Four of Pentacles is talking about, Pentacles in general are talking about lifestyle. So, you know, it's about health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. They're representing the element of earth, and the pentacle is shaped as a coin because, of course, money is a very big part of our health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. But this card in particular is talking about 3 stages of making money. You could have all the money in the world and still not living the lifestyle you want if you don't have your health or you don't have love in your life. But this particular card is specifically talking about the 3 stages of making money and the effect that it does have on your lifestyle. So this is saying you do have a strong foundation. You're standing on 2 coins underfoot, and it is talking about you know, being able to make your payments and you know, meet your obligations, but not enough to go after your authentic desires in your heart or your crowning glory, what you are destined to be on the planet for. And so this energy, you can see that this card sometimes can be saying that maybe in the past you've been playing small, you've been maybe selling yourself short, or others have been selling you short. And this energy can be talking about like opportunities coming along. And the only way that you're going to be able to move from this energy into your heart's desires is to take some risks. And these are calculated risks that you want to take, small calculated risks, so that you can move into the next level of more, having more extra money for your authentic desires, going on holidays, that type of thing. So this is talking about sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone to do that. And it's also talking about sometimes leaving the city behind. So this can be talking about, it's really challenging to be a hero in your own town. And this can be talking about maybe needing to expand or expand your horizons, expand your business, move out of the location you're at, or add another location because you need a bigger clientele. It's that type of energy. And then we have this 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups is talking about, it's like the rainbow after a big storm. The rainbow comes with promise. It's beautiful and to see in the sky. And this energy is talking about, all the types of love that you can have in your life and living the ultimate fulfillment, basically, in a perfectly imperfect world. It's not likely you're going to have a perfect, every moment perfect in your life, every day, but you can have ultimately that this is saying that you can have a life that you really love to live, like with a partner that loves you and you love your children and they love you, and living somewhere that you love to be, and you love your career and your peers and your, it's just having all that, like having a lovely life. And this is how you see yourself right now. You might be in the storm part and wanting to have this, or you have come out of a storm and you're here now. We do have the Emperor, and this is in your position of abundance. So the Emperor is high performance individual. This is talking like he wears his armor underneath his robe so that he's ready for an opportunity at a moment's notice. He will fight for what's his, but he rarely does have to fight. He's an alpha male energy, and the beta males are not going to approach him in an aggressive manner unless they know that they can win, because they've seen him clean other people's clocks. And he is wise. He's someone that could be an important authority figure. Whatever industry or occupation he's in, he would be, at the height. He's someone that is well respected in whatever field he's in, and doing very well in that energy. And I did say that this is for your abundance. Now this is in the position of your early communication, your childhood, basically, how you learned, your early upbringing, basically. And it's talking here that there could be some, inner childhood wounds maybe that need to be healed here, having the strength to look at your shadow side and really take a look at, okay, what is holding me back? Like if you don't feel like you're in this energy yet, but you know that you could get there, this is someone who's determined to reach their infinite potential. So this infinity symbol above the head represents 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. And they are reaching deep into this lion's mouth because they want to, it's an adult male lion, and this is a very dangerous thing to do for sure, but they are willing to face their fears and this is representing that. The lion represents their fear, and you notice the lion is being submissive because just like a dog with its tail tucked under, because the lion realizes that this person means business. They do it often, and it's like and this is having the strength and the integrity to look at yourself and see, how can I improve myself? How can I improve my performance so I can be more like the Emperor? What is holding me back? What am I doing that's holding me back from being able to reach this ultimate fulfillment that I want? And we have also this energy here of this is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is talking about, like, this person is looking here and he's disappointed. Like, he's like, what the heck? I've invested this much time, money, and energy into this project, and this is what I got out of it. Like, what's up with that? Like, it's like, and this is someone who's used to being successful, because this is 7 pentacles. There's only 10 in the tarot. If you look at 10 being the ultimate for, in terms of coin, it would be like, maybe the 10 would be or billionaire, trillionaire energy, and then 9 would be multimillionaire, 8 would be a millionaire, and 7 would be like maybe 700K. So this is not a small amount of money to invest. And it's talking about being used to being successful, but he's trying to figure out what the heck is going wrong here. Like, I've been working on this. I've been putting my time, my money, my energy into this. I've been doing things the way that I know works, and it's not working this time. This is all I'm getting out of it. And that might have to do with the astrological effects from Neptune moving into Aries a couple months ago. So keeping that in mind here, because Neptune is a very big planet with a big pull. And for the last 14 years, it was sitting in the sign of Pisces. Now, Pisces is the senior executive of the tarot. It's the very last sign. It's talking about, it's a water sign as well. And it's more of idealistic and dreamy kind of, oh, things will work out. And this is about, 14 years of working on things in business and learning, okay, if I do it this way and I do this and I do this and I have this system in place and that system in place to make shortcuts, I figured out what works, I figured out what doesn't work. And all of a sudden it's not working. It might be partly because of Neptune moving into the sign of Aries, which it did a couple months ago. And when Neptune moved into the sign of Aries, Aries is the newborn infant of the zodiac. It's the very first sign. It's a fire sign. If you've ever had a newborn baby, you know that, for something that is so helpless, that a newborn baby can be like, it's so tiny and helpless, yet it rules the house. Everybody's asking, the baby's crying, the baby's crying. We have to figure out, what are we going to do to make the baby happy? And it's kind of like, I feel like that's how it feels for a lot of us right now. The systems that aren't working, what the heck? Like, why can't we get the baby to stop crying? Why can't we get the profit that we're used to getting out of situations? And this could be a lot to do with that energy. And so, and Neptune takes 14 years to move. So it's going to be in Aries for the next 14 years. It's not like you can just wait a month or so and then, okay, then I'll do it the other way. So this is maybe part of the reason is you might have to tweak the way that you are doing things. You might have to take a look at it from a different angle and maybe do things slightly different. Just take a look at all the systems you have and identify which part of the system isn't working anymore. What can I do differently? And you might have to experiment a little and, to find a slightly different way to do the systems that you've been using. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's not like you have to redo everything, but you have to tweak it. You have to find, okay, what's going to work now, because the situation is changing. And I do feel for a lot of people that might have a little bit to do with the AI energy coming in. So just all the, just the changes that are happening in the world in general, all around the world. And so this is also, this is in the 4th house, and the new moon that's coming up on July 14th is in the sign of Cancer. And this is about how does your domestic life, your personal goals have an effect on the opposing sign from Cancer is Capricorn. And Capricorn is talking about, you're being very ambitious and responsible and doing things the right way. And it's about your public image. It's about, your career, your reputation. And so if those two are not, those two are very different from each other, it can cause major problems. It's now if you ever were going to be authentic, now is the time to do so. So this energy, that's what the full moon is about. And then on top of it, or not the full moon, I'm sorry, the new moon coming in on the 14th, that's in Cancer. This opposing energy is happening. And then there's also on June 29th, Mercury, which is all about communication, went retrograde and into the sign of Cancer. So it's a little bit extra emotional moon, and the communication, when Mercury goes retrograde, Mercury is responsible for communication, technology, and you may have noticed that, like, there could be technological breakdowns or whatever. I tried to call my provider for my website yesterday, and it was like, forget it. Like, they had like a really long wait, which they usually don't. And I thought, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, give it a couple days. It's that type of energy. And so keep in mind that it's not a great time to be overly emotional, yet you might be feeling really emotional. And it's not uncommon during Mercury retrograde for people to take what you're saying in an incorrect way. You didn't mean it that way, but they took it the wrong way, or you took something that someone else said the wrong way, that type of energy. So that's the kind of energy that this new moon is bringing about. And once you know that, then you can just chill out. Just chill out. Don't get all worked up about things that you can't change. And, do look into it, but don't get upset about it. A lot of people, I just feel it's making them feel like, what am I doing wrong? And it is it's not what you're doing wrong, it's what can I do differently, if you look at it from that perspective instead. And so this is talking about the world, and it's about a cycle ending. So I feel like it's saying this part of the disappointment in wanting to be here and going for that, that maybe you are working on doing that, or you have been working on doing that. Virgo is very, very good at analytical critique and getting things in order and making sure things are done correctly and trying different things and putting them in different orders. Virgo is very good at that. And also, cleanliness is next to godliness. This is about also decluttering your personal space so that you can find things when you need to, that type of energy. Cleanliness is next to godliness because it's divine order. And so this energy with Mercury, though, out of, in retrograde, and it rules over the sign of Virgo. Virgo energy is really going to be feeling this energy intensely, maybe more so than other people, as well as Pisces, because Pisces is opposite Virgo in the scheme in the wheel. This is saying, though, that this cycle is coming to a closure. Whatever cycle that you've been on, the Fool starts out at the 0 point, and when the World card comes up, it's number 21. This is talking about an energy of a cycle ending and a new birth, a new rebirth, and a new cycle beginning. So a lot of people around the world are going through that. It's talking about it for you in your own personal situation. Things are shifting for you. So just be aware of it. Things are shifting. Don't panic. And don't be impulsive. And that's what this card here is saying. It's temperance. The Bible talks quite a bit about temperance. Temperance is when you keep your shift together and you don't give into anger and rage and act out and give into that kind of emotional energy that's really negative, that you stay calm and you stay collected. In the Bible, it says that 144,000 angels are sent down to earth to make the world a better place. A lot of people believe in human form, and so this quite often in the tarot is representing that earth angel energy. And this is about taking your own special God-given qualities and the alchemy of that, and adding it to the universal pool of water here. And then, the right foot forward is talking about adding your own special qualities to the universal pool. And then where she has her left foot is grounded. This is about creativity. And look she's got beautiful flowers growing there already. This is about stay on your path of glory. Do your best to just be the best version you can be of yourself. You're not going to be perfect in an imperfectly world. No one is. But do your best to be the best you can be. And this is talking about your daily routine and habits and that being calm, so that, you know, having a healthy outlook and not getting too upset by what's going on out there. Focus on what you can deal with yourself. What improvements can you make? And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to look at your shadow side and be willing to make the changes that you maybe could tweak, you know, to get a better result. And then we have, oh wait, I wanted to get the energy for the underlying first, for the external forces. We have soulmates coming in. Sorry, my cat has me. Can't tell whether I have my deck upside down. My cat is, she's got happy feet. She's, she's in a major purr here, and she's circling around on my lap. You know, when cats get happy feet, it's a sign that they're in that zone of, and they're really feeling that really good energy. And a cat's purr does raise the vibration to a high level, and it has been known to lower blood pressure. So I figure we can. You won't be able to hear her. I'm wearing a noise canceling mic on right now, but she's got a pretty good purr going. And then we have this energy of the masculine and feminine energy coming together in the soulmates. So the external forces coming towards you are awesome. This is talking, you might have a soulmate energy coming towards you because you've gotten yourself into this energy, and this energy of feeling like anxious about it. Instead, you're in this energy. This has attracted your soulmate energy. This is like someone that comes towards you that you've made, like, on a soul level. And so this is talking about each of these people is complete within themselves. They're very balanced in their masculine and feminine energy. And you notice how they are toasting. So look at the difference between the way these two people are toasting with this energy here. So this is talking about what I was talking about. They're looking at each other in the eye. You can tell that they care about each other, and whatever it is that they're toasting, it's something that they are connected very closely to each other. They want the best for each other, you can tell, and they are connected to the higher self network, HSN, to source energy, to the Most High. And this is actually a Virgo energy. That this is Mercury represents also the energy of health and medicine, and this is talking about being highly connected to source energy as well. And sometimes, if you're not looking for love, this can sometimes represent an energy of you coming together like this, your masculine and feminine energy coming together in a really strong way, so that you are in a good, strong connection to God's energy and have a clear understanding of what you want to do on your path here. So yeah, it's interesting how that card came out. So this is how to toast someone in Europe. They'll really appreciate you if you do that. And then we do have the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles energy, this is talking about the ultimate, lifestyle. This is about having ultimate love, and this is about ultimate lifestyle when this energy of your soulmate comes forward. This is beautiful energy, and it's in your partnerships, commitments, and marriage. This is talking about, a windfall, sometimes unexpectedly coming through because you've been on your destined path. You've been patient. You've been doing everything you can the best way you know how. And this is like an unexpected windfall of, a really beautiful lifestyle. And so maybe in the past, like this energy, it looks like this will sort out this energy here. Sometimes though, I've been reading this card and I've noticed this, and I'm just, sometimes a lot of us enjoy having that challenge, of tackling a difficult problem. And sometimes it's been coming up lately that sometimes this can also represent that you tackled this difficult problem and you were really successful tackling it, but now it's disappointing, it's falling flat. It's like boring. It's like, I want something different. And maybe that's what this is about, because now your soulmate comes in. Maybe you're good at pentacle energy, you have a good lifestyle, and you're more interested in having love in your life that actually that you can work with, someone that, you know, you just enjoy their company, and they don't need you to complete them, and you don't need to, you know, you don't need them to complete you. You're complete. You just want to have more fun. You want a companion that is going to be, you know, someone that you can rely on, that is actually going to benefit and work together to build a beautiful lifestyle. And so this could be this energy of the soulmate coming in, being this unexpected windfall. Remember, this isn't only about the coin. And then we have the energy of the Two of Wands. Yeah, this is talking about someone that is standing at the turret of their castle, and they have the world in their hands. And it's like, yay! And now, and quite often this reminds me of an energy of someone like an entrepreneur who's been very successful, but he recognizes he has the world in his hands, but he lives in a very small village. So maybe he needs to expand his horizons, and that's what he's thinking about. He's thinking, he's feeling like a little bit like a big fish in a little pond kind of energy. So this could be talking about having a successful business and wanting to franchise it or go global. You know, this could be overseas communication, that type of energy, going global, international. And sometimes this can also represent, because the wands represent the element of fire, and they're made of wood because wood fuels the fire, causing passionate action. And this could be talking also about deciding, you know, maybe it's time for me to start a family. Maybe it's time to settle down, and you know, maybe you found that special someone and you're thinking, maybe it's time to do that. Maybe they live in a different location and you're like, you know what, it's better where they live anyway. Maybe I'm going to move there. It's that type of energy, expanding your horizons. And this is this is talking about transition in your life. So I feel like this is really, really powerful energy. This is talking, yeah, and here's the sun, yahoo. So the sun is talking about, it's the happiest card in the deck. It's God's energy. And it's definitely talking about saying, yes, you're a child of God. You're supposed to be a happy person. That's what these sunflowers, they turn with the sun. And the heads turn to follow the sun and to absorb the sun's warmth and the nutrition from the sun. And this is talking about you as a child of God on this pony, totally fearless, no reins, no need for them, no saddle. And this is your destiny, this heavy banner. You're carrying it with ease and happiness. And so this is saying, this is the energy that you're meant to be in. You're meant to have this beautiful lifestyle. And wow, this is really, really a beautiful lifestyle. And this is talking about your higher learning. And then we have victory. So this is talking about victory with your soulmate. And this is saying, because you've reined in your emotions, that's what's attracted this soulmate to you, or you've been attracted to this soulmate. And this energy sometimes can also be talking about twin flame energy. So it's talking about, the thing is, this is like saying that God is ordaining this relationship, and this person is being sent to you because they can control themselves. They can rein in their emotions. They can discipline their mind. And they would be a very compatible person for you and really add to your life. And you would do the same for them. You might be very, very, very different from each other. Quite often soulmates and twin flame energy. Well, twin flame energy, it's more like twins of each other that reflect back and forth to each other all of the things they don't like about each other sometimes. It can be a very challenging relationship. And the soulmate energy is more like people that are very different from each other. And so they are able to, you know, it's someone that you wouldn't normally date, but you're like, hey, but somehow it works perfectly. Like, it's just like you balance each other out because of it. So this energy is saying you have victory because you have reined in your emotions, you've disciplined your mind, you've done the inner work, and you're able to attract that energy because your soulmate energy or twin flame energy, whichever this is seeing you as, wow, this is someone that we could really do some amazing shift together. And then we have the rebel with a cause. So this is career, reputation. So it would be like you wouldn't even have to necessarily be working on a project together, but being able to say, okay, it's like your opposite. So one would be really good at doing this thing, and you would be good at doing that shift. It's kind of that type of energy. And we have the Knight of Wands. This is a rebel with a cause. This is like having passionate action coming towards you, or from like, and it's talking, I feel, about this energy. It's saying like this is the rebel with a cause. You know, he's passionate, but he's learned to control his immaturity and his impulsive behaviors. And this can also be saying that this person can be a hothead, but they've learned it's better to respond rather than react, and being in a more temperate energy gets you further. This is also talking about his horse. You see how he's reining his horse in together? So isn't that a beautiful energy, like where you could actually, like, someone's not freaking out all the time or being like dramatic and all of that kind of energy. You can count on them. So his horse wants to go. This is a lot of passion, and energy shows heartfelt passion and energy. This is also the fiery horse energy that we moved into on February 7th. And this was on the Chinese New Year. And so we're going to be in this energy till about February 6, 2027. And this is very similar. This is Sagittarius energy, the centaur, but it's also talking about the energy of the fiery horse energy that we moved into on February 17th. And the warning that comes with the fiery horse energy, it's everything that I said. That's the same as this energy. But it's talking about really be careful this year to be impulsive. That's not a good, you need to do your research because there's all this new energy coming in. And so you have to get used to doing things in new ways. That's what the pyramid's here, exploring new ways to do things, the wonders of the world. Looking at it as being an adventure, you know, exploring different ways to do things instead of doing things the same old way. And the horse does represent heartfelt energy and passion. And it's also saying, be very careful. This energy is very ambitious. So you want to make sure you give yourself time to actually do what you need to do and not stress yourself out, you know, by trying to get things done too fast and not enjoying the journey. So this is saying you don't want to burn yourself out and then not make it to the finish line. Give yourself time. Recognize that, you know, you deserve to enjoy the journey as well as the result. And then we have the Empress energy coming in. So yeah, this is talking about the Empress is an energy of the four queens from the minor arcana rolled into one, into a powerful manifester of energy. So this is talking about, you know, all the experience that you've gained. Now we have, like, you might be the Emperor energy, and this is the Empress energy. Now recognize that the Emperor is, that all the figures in tarot, all the characters are archetypes, so they're not gender specific. So this could be a female in their masculine energy, and this could be male in their feminine energy. But I feel in this reading, could be more likely that you're the male Virgo energy, and this is the female Empress coming through. And so you, because you have taken the time to do this and stay in your temperate zone, that you are bringing this energy in. And I'm just realizing the reason why I say that this could be male and female the way it is, it doesn't have to be, but just recognize this is a very alpha male energy, and this is a very alpha female energy, like, you know, so it's exaggerated. And so the Empress, the way she like the Emperor, she embodies the qualities of all four queens. She's a very powerful manifester. She's known to be in the flow. And the thing is also here, she is sometimes thought to be pregnant with possibility. So just be aware if you don't want, with all this passion, if you don't want to get someone pregnant or you don't want to be pregnant, you're very fertile right now. This is a very fertile relationship. So keep that in mind. And if you're not, if you are wanting to be pregnant, now's a great time. Also, it's also talking about, sometimes people refer to their projects as their babies, or that's my baby. I've been working on that for, this long. So it could just be representing that type of energy. I really like this reading for you, Virgo. It's a really awesome reading. I do hope if you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I am going to clarify it for those that want clarification. Thank you for your time and energy. If you're leaving, your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of them are very much appreciated. It's helping me build my channel. And we're going to look at the underlying energy now look at this for the, this is using my oracle. This is Tales from the Vector. This is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. The numbers on these cards represent the energy of, I've got to stop reading and just talk for a second here. I'm excited because I'm seeing, oh, look at this. This is the numbers on these cards represent the paintings in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I will put the information in the description box below, and you can look at it there. Now you'll know which paintings to look for if you decide that you would like to do so. We have the Lovers coming in here. Now, isn't this interesting? Because again, I'm saying like sometimes this can be like a third party energy. And so I don't know quite what this could, because we have the Devil here as well. So this reading I feel like this reading is coming with a warning. It's saying you need to stay on the up and up here. You need to, like you could miss out on a major opportunity if you don't pay attention right now. And if you should decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to go with that person instead. It's more tempting to you. I'm going to follow the devil's plan. It'll be way faster. And you're tempted by that. Well, then this third party energy, I feel, is what you're going to get. Whoa. So this is talking about temptation coming in, and let's see what happens here. Because it's sitting right on this energy here where internal forces, right? And so when the Devil comes out, it's representing temptation, and the Devil is very manipulative. This energy is not something that you're going to get the truth out of the Devil. So I always cover the Devil card with the next card up. I want to know what minion does the Devil send in, or what happens, like what is the program here to stop this beautiful shift from happening here for you. The Devil wants it for themselves, and so they're sending in someone else than this, so that you make the wrong choices, and then you end up not getting this promise that this energy you were promised. And we have Libra energy. So this is talking about, interesting. So it's talking about having expectations of the way things should go. And expectations will always cause limitations. And instead of anticipating God's plan and that God knows what he's doing, thinking, you know what? The Devils look like this person looks way more attractive. They have way more power. I'm going to go with this way. So it can, or you deciding, I'm going to go this way. So that's the choice that you make. The Lovers card actually, in the beginning, it always was about, when tarot first came out, it wasn't necessarily about the lovers and the twin flame and the soulmate energy so much as it was about the choices that you make of the people that you bring into your inner circle and the effect that that has on your life. Choosing the right people to be intimate with. All right, so let's, we have mother's worry. And yeah, I'd be worried if I was your mother too. Look at how beautiful this is. So, but this is, it's interesting because it's magic mirror on the wall. I've become my mother after all. This can sometimes, a lot of times people will say, I don't want to be like I'm never going to be like my ancestors. I'm never getting divorced. I'm never going to make those stupid choices. And then we end up doing exactly what we said we weren't going to do. And that's really common. But I feel like this card has been coming up so much. I feel like it's more about people fearing that, that there's so much going on in the world right now, and we have so much access to information that we can get in a place where we really don't believe that we will ever have that rainbow. So we want to take shortcuts instead. We have the moon energy saying you're highly intuitive right now. Don't be, you could be reckless, W-R-E-C-K. Instead of reckless. And this is talking about be like the emperor. Like he doesn't get in battles that he doesn't need to get into. He's high level performance. He doesn't, he takes an opportunity, he's ready for it, but he doesn't engage in behavior that is, impulsive. And that's the energy coming up. Sagittarius energy sitting on this energy. I feel that this is talking about that, Sagittarius is about world travel, going on adventures. But I feel like it's also talking about this energy of really taking a good look at yourself and deciding, the Sagittarius energy is in the constellation of Sagittarius, there is a black hole. And a lot of people believe that that is the heart of the Milky Way, the cosmic heart. And so this is deciding to go on God's path and to trust the universe, trust God's path, and move into your go on adventures, but doing so with like the attitude of the emperor, and not in an impulsive way or in an immature way, but actually in a confident way. And then this is talking about the karmic space of pride. Yeah. You have to be pretty, this is like an all or nothing attitude. This has been coming up in a lot of the readings. They say pride before the fall. I mean, if you're going to have an all or nothing attitude and you're willing to risk everything because you think you have an expectation that this is going to get you a better return than God's plan, well, good luck with that. It's quite the, you have a lot of pride. That's all I have to say. That need to be right. Yeah, sometimes we can get into situations where we have to be right all the time. And then that means everybody else has to be wrong. So we can, it can get us caught up. Sometimes you do need to be right. Sometimes you're making mountains out of molehills, and sometimes you're making molehills out of mountains. And then there's another karmic space we can fall into, which is ego. And you got to keep your ego in check, especially if you think that the divine path that God put you on, that you know better than God. That's quite the ego. This is a really not good combination to be in when it comes to spiritual matters. Let's take a look here. We have the all-star energy. It's making me have like it's literally stress. Like I can feel the stress of it. Like why wreck such a beautiful thing here? This is third eye chakra, being able to really have the insight to be able to move forward. And this, remember, this could just be within yourself. Your soulmate might be you. And being like to stay on your path. What else do we have going on here? We have justice coming in over a situation. Yeah, if there was a third party energy and all of that happening. See, like, what if you're the other part? What if you're the other half of the soulmate? People ask that. What if you're the other half of the twin, energy? Like, what happens to you then? Like, you're doomed as well? No, there will be justice coming in, and the whole thing adjusts. Look at this. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's saying that if your partner, chooses not to have you in their life or whatever, and they want to go on a different route, that then you're going to have to heal from that, and then God will send in someone else that is more beneficial for you the way you are now. And everything you've learned now, I feel it's talking about the Empress and the Emperor energy. That's about having that ultimate fulfillment, a high manifestation. So justice will kick in. If you're on the right side of the law, you know, the justice is a double-edged sword. It's going to be like, if you're on the right side of the law, it's going to be a huge blessing for you. And if you're on the wrong side of the law, you're going to have to pay the consequences for your actions and then or inactions. And we have the Hangman here. So yeah, this is like keeping in balance. And the Hangman doesn't make impulsive, again, it's talking, don't make impulsive decisions right now. The Hangman doesn't make impulsive decisions. The Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he is watching things, and he's looking at it from every perspective, so that before he takes action, he takes strong action. He doesn't hang there for the rest of his life. He doesn't hang there for an overly long time, but he takes the time to be balanced in his decisions. And then we have degradation of energy. So yeah, well, if you're going to go this route, you're definitely going to degrade the energy. So I don't think we really even need to explain that one. This is talking about having intention. The road to hell, you might have had good intentions or whatever, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and it's also paved with negative intentions. So yeah, this energy, it's like marrying someone. This is like an energy of being promised this and then running into someone else and deciding, you know what, I'm going to marry this person instead, and I'm going to go this route because I find them very tempting. And then you're in the energy of, now this is the decision you made, you have to live with that decision, basically. So the Hierophant energy is talking about the traditional structure of justice coming down. So we're not just talking about spiritual matters, although this is. Everything happens on the spiritual and then comes down to the physical. So we're talking about the traditional structures. The Hierophant is responsible for taking the spiritual end of things and bringing it down to the actual physical structures of the law enforcement and that type of energy on Earth. And then we have destruction. Ooh, yeah. So be careful of the decisions that you're making here, because it's the difference between destroying this and thinking it's going to be progress, and that you're getting ahead, and then realizing, man, I just destroyed something that was very beautiful here, that was meant, was meant for me. And as I said, if you're on the other side of this equation, of course it's going to have a negative effect on your life, a very negative effect in many ways. But if you do the work again, you recover, and God is promising you that you will have happiness, you will have victory, you will have passion in your life again, and you will find a different emperor then, I guess, or an empress, whichever way that goes. So, yikes, what a beautiful reading. Make strong choices, I guess. That's the energy here. Choose well. All right, I'm going to leave off with this. Thank you for your time and energy. Your likes, your comments, and, subscribes, all of that. It really does help build the channel, and I appreciate you. I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now.